makers and crafters and friends. Today is Wednesday. That means it's Hump Day Sketches. Love this day. Anyway, my name is Kevon and my website is KT Stamps. And my motto is creating cards for you. And I am just so excited to be here today. Woohoo! So lately I have been really on this big freshly made sketches. Now this is a website that has some incredible sketches that they have created, plus cards that they have made from these sketches. So if you ever get the opportunity to go freshlymadesketches.blogspot.com, it is a great place to go. And I just really appreciate them, and I love their sketches, and I love their cards that they make. So the sketch looks like this today. It is just a card base that has a little circle plus a little place for a sentiment. So that's just kind of what I did. I did two different takes, one very summary and one very let's get ready for the holidays. So this first one is my little ladybug. I love this little ladybug. It just is so much fun. And then the other one is just getting ready for the holidays. 'Tis the season with this beautiful paper from the Open Sleigh designer series paper. So these are the two cards that you will be making today. And we are going to start on our little butterfly. Love my little butterfly. So we have just a a basic white card base. I used Old Olive, and this leaf 3D, or let's say leaf fall 3D, is one of the prettiest, I think, fall embossing folders we have. And I don't know how well you can see it, but maybe you can see it a little bit better with the emboss on the green. But it's just absolutely beautiful, and it's fun. And when I did this, I kind of laid it a little bit sideways so I could get as many leaves as possible. The area that I left is a little bit up top and a little bit at the bottom. So that was my 3D embossing folder. Then we have these cute little hello ladybugs with the ladybug punch, and we are using the ladybug punch today. And then the last is that I use Sending Smiles, and they just have some great long and short dies. And I used the short one, and then I used You Can Bug Me Anytime. So that's the big thing that I am doing today. So we're going to get ourselves started. So over here I have pretty much everything done. I have this fall, I don't know, maybe you can see it a little bit better, and we are going to emboss it. I have the leaf from the ladybug, Hello Ladybug, and I've already just stamped the leaf. And then I have my little body of the ladybug, and then we are going to create the wings. So we're going to just go ahead and get ourselves started. Let's get out my bone folder and just give this a good crease. I hope you guys all had a second little ladybug pops out. I hope you guys had a great weekend and that you're looking forward to this weekend. It is such a beautiful day in Seattle. Beautiful, beautiful. We've had some rain the last couple of weeks. We've been very, very, very lucky. And got a chance to get my garden and my yard watered. which was wonderful. And then we are just, having some sunshine today. It's absolutely beautiful. And it's in the low 70s, which I just really, really, really appreciate. All right, so that's the easy part. We have that. So now we have our leaf that we punched with the great big leaf that is in the Hello Ladybug stamp set. And all we're going to do is that these are foam adhesive sheets, and they come in a great big sheet, and all I did was cut them big. So I really like to have big sheets over here. And we are just going to, I'm going to stick it to the side. So what I did is that I made sure that we had embossed leaves, and then I put another little emboss because I know ladybugs love to hang out there. So then we are going to, let's come back in with our piercing pad, and we are going to do a little bit of stamping. So I am taking my Momento ink and my Real Red, and we are going to play with the wings. So the first thing we're going to do is just open up the red and give it a nice little inking up, and we are just going to put this on just a scrap paper. Now this is what's really nice, is that this is very clear, so you can always see where you're stamping. All right, even though it has a little red tinge to it. But this is really nice when I'm doing my next stamping bit, and you are going to be able to see right through this and see the black. And then you can add the black dots onto the red. All right, so I'm just going to turn this and kind of line the red up. Missed a few. It's okay. I know that not all ladybugs are the same. So they kind of got a little bit on the white and the red. So now we're going to take this and we're just going to punch it. Now this is really a nice punch because you do have the body of the ladybug and then you have the wings. So we're going to stick in the wings, and I will have to take off just a little bit more. So I need to grab my scissors. All right. So we can stick that in. We're going to line it up, and then I'm going to give it just a little bit of a press. Sorry about that. So it presses it down so it will stay, and I can get a good look at where everything is, and do I like it? There you go. That looks like it's almost even all the way around. All right, then all I'm going to do is give it a punch. Please be careful on these because these suckers give you a nice little blood blister on your hand if your skin gets caught. So please make sure that you are very careful about that. All right, so now we have our little wings. So we're going to bring back in our little ladybug. Love those ladybugs. And we're going to do a couple of things. Here is this. I want to make sure that I have this. We are just going to take some glue, and we're just going to do just a fine line of glue. Again, remember, we don't want much, so if you can just pour out a little and spread it, that's awesome. And I don't even know if you can see that. There isn't a lot of glue there, but it's okay. From here, we're going to just take a big dimensional, and we're going to just put that on here. So now you're wondering, why are we gluing at the top and adding the dimensionals at the bottom? Gives it a little bit of a lift. And it looks really nice. It almost looks like they could be flying. And I'll show you on the other card in just a minute, as soon as I get this off. So from here, we want to connect it with the indents, okay, on the black, right by the body to the head. Okay, and the number one thing we're going to do is make sure that we press down on the glue. And because we can still move the glue, we're just going to bring this up just a little bit more. Now, do you see how the wings are coming up? But look at how the bottom is down. And when it lays flat, I'll put it flat this way, you can almost see that it's taking off. That's what we're doing. The dimensionals may show a little bit on the side. That's great, no problem. So then we're going to come back in here with one of our big, I want to make sure it doesn't say, big foam adhesive sheets. Now this doesn't look like it is stamped really well, and so a lot of times what can happen is that I think I stamped this without having a piercing pad underneath. So just know you got to be careful on that. And so what I'm going to do here is just add that right over the leaf, and you can't see it. So we're very lucky there. Then what I'm going to do is take this, and I'm just going to glue it just a little bit on the middle area and just let the wings fly too. So there we are. I want it to make sure that it's straight. And with liquid glue, sometimes it takes just a little bit to get set. You want it just to adhere a little bit, so you just kind of hold it down and it works out. Look at that ladybug. Isn't she beautiful? Now look at, so it looks like she's taken off. Her wings are high and she's just taking a sniff at everything, and then she's off to the races. So now I am going to bring in my take your pick tool, and I am just, these are absolutely beautiful. These are flat adhesive-backed pearls. And as you can see, they are very flat, but boy, do they have a lot of color to them. I love them. They're just a nice way to add a little bit of color. Now I'm going to add 5 to the card, and my first couple are just going to be to accent the words. And you know, that looks nice just like it is, but I want to just accent the words. Another one, so you make sure that your eye takes a look at the ladybug, and then the last one, it just kind of fills some area. And again, you want to think about putting embellishments on in triangles, okay? And they can be as weird and as flat as you want, but you want to have some type of triangle going on because the eyes follow it, and you really want your eye to see everything. So now we're going to bring in our Wink of Stella, and all we're going to do is color the wings. So we have a nice little color to our wings. And there we go. So now all I'm going to do is bring in a flower. And I forgot to stamp this before I do that. We're going to bring back in our real red. And I'm going to bring back in my piercing pad. And I'm just going to put a flower down in the bottom. Stamp down, and straight up. And then I'm going to put that away and bring back in my black. And I want to stamp my friend. So it's kind of like you can bug me any time, my friend. And I got a little on my nails. So I want to make sure that my nails do not stamp down. There you go, my friend. Straight down, straight up. So there you go. We have this beautiful little card. Now, we also just want to take time and add an envelope to it. So I'm just going to bring back in my real red. I should have done that the first time. And just do a little flower on the outside. And I think I may do 3. So you don't have a naked envelope. There you go. So here is my first card and my envelope. Sweet! So that is our first card down. We have one more to go, and the last one is pretty easy. But before we do that, I just want to bring in my little wipes and wipe off all my stuff because I have to share blocks. These blocks, Stampin' Up! Has the best blocks. I absolutely love their blocks. They have a nice little hold on the side. They're all labeled. Okay, this is a C block. They're nice. They're flat. You can clean them. Dawn works awesome taking off all the adhesive and all the other little particles that get on your stamp sets or your blocks. It's the best. These stick so well. I'm so glad that Stampin' Up! Really got into the whole let's do block things. All right, so now taking off my stamps, getting ready for my next card. And my next card I have done a lot. And in that, let me show you the card. This is the card. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. Because a lot of people do Christmas in July, I wanted to do something, and I don't have a lot to do. So I have not ordered a lot of the Christmas stuff yet, and our catalog is coming out, I think, today. So I'm excited about that. So we have the designer series paper that is called One Horse Open Sleigh. Lots of different pictures on the front and just designs on the back. It is absolutely beautiful. I love the way that these look. A little fox here, and you can see that they're both, double-sided. Little deer on the inside here. These are just absolutely beautiful. Love this one. It looks like you are really looking at lights. It's beautiful. So this is a good find, and it is on our online exclusive stores, so please check that out. We have the Whimsical Woodland. This is a retired 3D embossing folder, and I just wanted something on the front that just made it look like it was a little bit Christmassy, and then you add a little window to take a look at something that looks like it is Christmassy. And I used the stitch shapes, and I think this is, let me see if it is, no, I think it is the second from the large, no, it is the largest one. Okay, so I used, no, I did not. I used the second to the largest. That's what I thought. Unless I'm really crazy. Yep, second to the largest. That's what I used. Okay, and all I did was cut this out first, and then I embossed it. Because otherwise, if you don't, you will lose some of the embossing on the cut. So then you have to go back and try to figure out how you line it all up again and run it through the Big Boss. But, you know, I would say that's the easiest. And then I have just a double layer the card on the inside. I use Misty Moonlight because it went with this, but I decided that I am going to go ahead and go all out with Orchid Oasis. So the first thing we're going to do is that I'm going to get back my piercing pad, and we're just going to make this beautiful little scenery at the bottom. So I am bringing out my Oasis. As soon as I find my Oasis, I am bringing that out. There we go. And I forgot to tell you, for the bottom, we are using Grassy Grove. So it has this beautiful tree, and it also has this nice little area that just looks like it is one of those things that may grow in the winter. If you wanted to, you could put the bottom, or this big stamp on the side, and it looks like it also has a little bit of snow on it. So we're going to use that. It does come with dies. It also has these beautiful deers. I love deers, but they are also part, so you can die cut out a part. So join me tomorrow. I am doing in our Throw the Dice Thursday, I am doing a couple of different folds. Really quite fun. Really quite fun. I think I'm going to do this, the grass first. And we don't need this. What am I thinking about? Oh, my goodness, I already got it wet. My nail again, my nail. This is what happens sometimes when you have nails, is that you get these wonderful little marks on them. And I just stick it right inside the ink. Oh, got it. So we're going to come back over here. Because this is a red rubber stamp, we do not need this pad. And that's how that goes. Nice and easy. And it looks beautiful. I love this Orchid Oasis. One of my favorite colors. It's kind of like a little bit of a periwinkle. I'm a purple person, and this is just, oh, just makes my heart happy. So, we got that. I'm moving all this stuff out of the way. How I made the 'Tis the Season. I brought in the stamp set from the Brightest Glow, which was carried over from last year, and I Versamarked it, and then I added white embossing powder, and that's how I got this to shine just a little bit. Love that. And then I took, again, stitched shapes, and I took this big banner and that's what I cut it out with. And I stamped and did the embossing, and then I put that around. So that, then I made sure that this was in the middle so I could go ahead and have some fun. So now I'm just going to take my seal, and I am just going to put it on to the Oasis bottom. And again, all my dimensional, or all the measurements are at the bottom on the side. Again, if you are a Facebook person, please, please, please show me your creativity. If you are on YouTube, please make sure that you subscribe and you like me. And if you'd like to have a copy of my newsletter, please go to my blog at ktstamps.com. You have to do the www and just sign up for a newsletter. Let me know. Send me an email. Show me what you're doing. I love this. All right, so now we have this, and all I'm going to do, I think glue works the best. And I'm just going to put glue around the outside, liquid glue around the outside. And then I am just going to lay this down. So here we are. We look like we have some footprints. So somebody's in the snow. Okay. Or it also looks like it could be animal prints. All right. I have the silicone pad underneath it. So if my glue leaks, then it leaks on the silicone pad. And then that's easy to wash. And this comes right up nice and easy. All right. So again, you can see I have a little bit on the outside. I don't know, there you go, you can kind of see. So all I have to do is wash this and not worry about this. So I'm going to take the other side of my silicone pad, and all I'm going to do is add glue. Again, I don't want my embossing to flatten out, and that's what I believe that happens when I press on it with my Stampin' seal. And so I'm just bringing this back in, and all I'm going to do is put this on the top. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Isn't white on white beautiful? Wow, I love this. And then all I'm going to do is take one of my big foam adhesives, just stick it on the back. And then I am just going to put this down in the corner. Just looks so beautiful to me. I really like the way that this looks. And then what I did is that I took my, doesn't look like it, but I took my my Stella, and I added a whole bunch of drops inside this alcohol. And I'm sorry, I have to buy a few more of the Stampin' Spritz. So this is the only one that I have, and it's saved over from last time. So let me go ahead, and I want to check this out before I spray. Okay. And all I'm going to do is I gave it a good shaking, and then I'm just going to push it away, and all I'm going to do is spray. And sometimes, because there's so much buildup at the bottom, you get direct sprays right at it, but you know, it will dry. So beautiful. And I don't know if you can see some of the sparkle that happens. I'm going to wipe a little bit off, I think, in the middle. So I'll grab my little tissue and wipe a little bit off. But after it dries, oh my God, you guys, it is absolutely beautiful. Sorry that you have to see this wonderful little spray like I'm spraying my kitties. Okay, and so that is our second card. This is what it looks like after it dries. Can you see the shine on the side? I don't know if you can see that, but it is really beautiful. I got a little bit of shine on the inside and on the side here. It's just really nice. And this will dry. And I have faith that everything will turn out well. So I want you just to take another look. These are the sketches. I'm not going to use this one right now because it has to dry. But here is my circle with my sentiment down on the bottom. And then here's my beautiful little ladybug. Okay, and I have to do, I'm going to decorate the envelope in this designer series paper. So then you can, when you open up or when you turn it over on the back, you will have some beautiful designer series paper on the envelope. And all you do is take the back. It's about 2.5 inches to 3 inches. And you just put it across, and then you open up the back after you glue it down and just cut. And it looks beautiful when you get it in the mail. And this is my other card that I did today. So you guys, thank you so much. I hope you come back next week because we are doing a new sketch. Yes, from Freshly Made Sketches. Love you guys. Thank you. But I want you just to know that I appreciate you spending the time with me. And again, my name is Kevon. My website is www.ktstamps.com. And my motto, something that I totally believe that I am doing with my life, is creating cards for you. If you guys do not have a demonstrator, I am happy to be your demonstrator. If you need some advice, it doesn't matter who you are, please send me an email. Please subscribe. Please go ahead and show me all these beautiful things that you make. I really appreciate that. So take care, guys. I'll talk to you next time. Thanks for stopping by. Bye, friends.